Hello, my lovely, lovely, lovely people. It has been way too long. I don't know how long it's been. It's been way too long. Many more months than it should have been. And we have so missed being here, so we are so excited to get back into this. I hope you're kind of excited to see us again and not thinking, oh, I need to unsub. Don't. No, that's fine too. But yeah, this is our first video back. It's going to be more of like an intro and explaining where on earth we went. So if you want to know more about why we disappeared, because we feel like we kind of owed it to the people who did subscribe and then we just fell off the face of the earth. So, if you're new around here, I am Kirsten and this...
Lewis.
I've also got platforms on. So we have been living in Cora for quite a while, full time, adventuring and sharing kind of like any advice and tips, anything with you guys. We've actually made this van to be suitable for someone who is 5'3"
and 6'3".
So basically, if you would like to know anything about van life full time and travel and all of that, then you might like our channel. So please subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notifications. But right now we're gonna let everyone know who was here before, or if you're new you can kind of find out anyways, why we disappeared, what on earth happened. But we are still together.
Just about.
He puts up with me.
That's a joke.
Yeah, that is a joke, yes. We're not the van life people that are way too serious. And if you ever think Lou is grumpy, he's not. He just has the most dry humour ever.
Yeah.
So, you're in for a treat. Like, he's so straight-faced.
That's me smiling. I've never been happier in my life.
So yeah, just so you know, it's like opposites attract, because I'm probably way too much.
Yeah. Can't lie to the people.
We're actually going to do like a little bit of like walking at the same time, so we're going to show you around one of our favourite places called Bracelet Bay. Just thought it might be a bit more interesting than just kind of like sitting here with us in the van. Let's go!
That's fun though.
That is fun, yeah. We can do more like that too. So we've been living in a van now for 3 years, and we were basically documenting everything on Instagram and YouTube, but then we just kind of disappeared. Today I'm here to kind of explain why and announce that we are hoping to come back to all of our content. Here's Lou. If there's anything in particular that you want to see or want to see us do, or any questions, just let us know in the comments below. So, let's begin. I was about to start speaking, but I had to show Lou enjoying his day out. Nothing. So I'm going to start with basically the clickbait of this video. We are, as of right now, roughly, stepping over a bit, £20,000 in debt, which I guess kind of sounds high, but it's not actually the highest that it's been in the last couple of years since we've been living in the van. So basically, when we first moved into Cora, this is a bit of a need to concentrate, there we go. When we first moved into Cora, we were kind of desperate for somewhere to live. If you have followed our story a little bit, you'll know that we were basically living in a very damp house. We were getting unwell and everything was just getting destroyed. It was all covered in mold, and yeah, we just needed to move out fast. So we were in a bit of a desperate situation. But we also didn't have a lot of money. So I decided, for can't even remember what reason, we were just sat in my parents' house, and I went on my banking app, and there was kind of a thing that you could see if you applied for a loan if you would get it or not. I filled in this form for didn't feel very long, 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden it kind of popped up saying you've been approved for £25,000, and it also said the money would be in my account soon. So it basically all gone through, and I just didn't even realise what we were getting into. But obviously the situation we were in, we were like, oh, that's such good news, and we were so excited, and yeah, a little bit backfired. The main issue is we had no idea what the interest rate was, so we were just under the impression that it was probably low. Obviously not probably low, because, you know, banks. But we weren't really worrying about that at the time, and my dad was scrolling through Facebook, and he's the one that actually found Cora about a 45-minute drive from my parents' house. So we were all excited, went to go view her, fell in love with her, and basically had her by the next day, transferred the money to the guy, and she was £24,000, so we had £1,000 left. One of like the important things to mention is that me and Lou were both, and still are both, self-employed. My work, or little business as you call it, was only about a year and a half old, so anyone that's had a business and knows the startup and like how slow it can be in the beginning, and that most businesses don't make it past, I think it's like the first year or first 3 years or something like that. Yes, so we were in a little bit of a mess, but we didn't kind of realise at the start. Plus we were both quite young, like I'm 27 now, so I was 24 and Lou was 25, so we were a bit naive to like all this thing. Like we've never had a mortgage, we've never had loans, I barely used a credit card. But the reality of it was the business that I was running was making no money and was actually draining from my savings. So a few years back I used to have a cafe, and we sold that and I ended up having £30,000. That now, fast forwarded a few years, I have about £4,000 left. We did spend about 17,000 doing Cora up, so not all of it has gone to complete waste, but a lot of it went into my first business that I was really passionate about and I thought was going to work, which obviously hasn't, and hindsight is a beautiful thing. In case anyone does want like a tiny bit more detail about what I used to do, if not, you can just skip this little bit. Basically, my business was a music management business, so I went to university and I done my BA in business management and entrepreneurship, and then I mastered in music and entrepreneurship. So I did have like obviously the background knowledge that I needed, and I also worked for free for like some pretty cool places. So that gave me kind of the experience. So it was like I knew exactly what I was doing. So this fail, like, I don't want to sound like full of myself. This fail was not because of like lack of knowledge and like just going into it without planning. Like there was a lot behind it. I planned a lot to go into it. It's just like one of those things. It is like, it's just such a tough industry, and I was finding that because we're from Swansea, which is quite a small, well not small, but in comparison to London it's quite a small city, and the music scene here is basically zero. There's a few like great musicians here, but it's next to zero. So when I was going up to London, as lovely as some people were to me, I was finding that a lot of it was kind of gated, and it was kind of about like helping your friends out, and if you weren't kind of like family friends or relatives, it was just difficult. And as much as I loved it, sadly the passion was not enough to fund it, and I just kind of had to let it go. But that kind of took its toll on, that kind of took its toll on me, so I struggled letting it go. Had like a mini mental breakdown. Let's just leave it like that. Cried a lot. But Lou was really good and very supportive, and basically we were up in London and I was just like, didn't know what to do with myself, and he kind of took the thing of like, it's not worth it to be like this stressed, this upset. I was working 24/7 for free, and it was kind of just like passing by, like it was just eating into my savings, and some parts I enjoyed and some parts were really great, and there's things that I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I done that, but then other parts were really, really like low. It was like the highs were really high and the lows were really low, and I don't regret doing it, but I understand now that I needed to stop, and it's taken like a few months to kind of process it, and that's why I kind of took a break from here, because I don't know, I couldn't face going on camera. I couldn't even face looking at Instagram messages, even though I love you guys and I love you when you message me, and like it's so nice to hear from you, and it's been so nice to get back to that the last couple of weeks. I've loved it, so thank you if you've messaged, I really appreciate it. But yeah, basically there's a lot I could say about it, but I made some really nice friends and I did have a good time whilst it was happening. And yeah, if my passion could have funded it, we would all be millionaires right now, but sadly it doesn't work like that, and this is the real world. So so basically after all that, I just became so overwhelmed and I just didn't know what to do, and I kind of found like safety in coming home. So right now we are at my parents'. This is their house. And yeah, I think that was the best thing. I kind of like regrounded, just had like my mind just got reset, and it's been so much help. So yeah, that kind of leads me on to the next part about this story about we came back and we've been working hard to kind of pay down this like ridiculous debt that we've got. We came home, we've been seeing Lou's family as well, we've been chilling at my house. It gave us kind of that time to think and not have to be like constantly traveling and constantly thinking about where on earth are we going to park tonight, because that's actually like just such a big thing with the whole van situation, because some nights it could take ages to find somewhere to park and then you're just not shutting off, and then there's just like a lot to it. And as much as we love living in the van, I needed somewhere where like my brain could just kind of be at peace for a bit, just so I could reboot. And then I just kind of started, like, we had so much stuff in the van, it led to me kind of rebooting the van and starting to clear out stuff we didn't need. So I started selling stuff on eBay, which was just kind of like, oh, we just need extra money, we'll pay down this debt, I'll probably get a normal job and we'll just put some things on eBay and kind of like that'll be extra money too when we need to get rid of the stuff. That was kind of like when I had this like aha, like realization moment that actually putting stuff on eBay can generate quite like good money. So the amount of effort I was putting into eBay compared to like the business before was like nowhere near it, but it was making way more money than like what the business before done. So I started to kind of take it seriously, and I started it, I think it was kind of April, and by June we had so much stuff that we've now had to rent an office. So who wants to see the office? It's not very van related, but I'm just going to show it for a couple of seconds. You'll kind of understand where we've been hiding, and yeah, I'm kind of proud of the office. So let's go see the office. Welcome! This is my little office. These are some of my clothes. And yeah, basically this business just kind of kicked off a little bit, and living in a van, we had nowhere to store any of the stock. So I now have an office. Lou also has a space where he can work from. Yeah, this is where I list everything, I pack all my orders and I send them, and it's nice to have electric constantly, and I will show you around a little bit. So Lou is over here just chilling, reading his Kindle. There he is. And yeah, basically I have lots of stuff. And then in the middle we've got my sewing machine, which I use to fix things. My little laptop area and mess. This is where Lou is working from. And then I can walk over here. So basically this is where I list everything. These are some orders that I have to go out when we leave now. But yeah, I just thought I would kind of show you where we disappear to sometimes, which is like mostly in the week. But yeah, it's like, I'm happy to say it's been doing really well. For anyone interested in details, I pay £295 a month, and that includes all my gas and electric and everything. Yeah, so this is just it. No, so this is how we're funding like stuff at the minute. This, and obviously Lou still does his music. This is just like on my end. Yeah, maybe I should link my shop below. Well, if anyone's interested, I will link it below anyways. If you're not interested, that is fine, just don't click on it. So I kind of hope you liked this very miniature tour. And there's like stuff in the calyxes. It's actually quite big, it's not too bad. And it's nice because in the nights, when it's the coldest, there's like no one here, so we just have like the place to ourselves. And there's like a mini kitchen, 2 different toilets, there's like microwave. Great for if you live in a van. I think a lot of people that live in a van kind of advocate for like remote working and stuff, and as much as I do like that, and I would like to have something that I could rely on that was fully remote, which I've had on and off like freelance things, and obviously like my little business, but this is obviously not remote. However, the good thing about it is I can go on holiday mode, so I can basically put the whole shop on holiday mode for 30 days and just like not sell anything, it'll just turn it off. Or I can do 14 days and it'll still sell stuff on and off. If you didn't want to do that, you can basically just like make a really long dispatch time. So we could go away somewhere for like 2 months, and then it'll say like the estimated shipping is like 3 months away, which is like ridiculous, but you could do that if you wanted to. And then like when you're kind of around, you can get back to normal, because right now I do like 1 working day, which means we can go away on the weekend and we're fine, and then through the week we just come here and like send parcels when we need to. But that's just eBay. I also sell on Depop and Vinted, and you only get like 5 days to post something on there, so a little bit different. But yeah, I think like this is like another good option if you live in a van and if you have somewhere where you can store stuff. because I know some people keep their houses, I know some people rent them out, or you could technically operate from a storage locker, but this was just most convenient for me, and because it's closed, stuff will start to smell kind of funny in storage lockers. That's why I found, because I initially did start from the storage locker as well, because we were selling some of our old stuff. So because we had that old stuff, it was all in storage anyways, and I was just listing it and then just getting it up and then going to the locker and grabbing it and printing it. Hopefully this will help reduce some of our 20,000 odd pound debt. So fingers crossed that it keeps doing well. If anyone has any questions about this kind of thing, as well as van life, just ask me down below. I'm happy to answer anything. I will give advice to the best of my ability.
Does that look flat now? It's not like doing that weird thing though.
Lou's been having an issue with his hat today because he put everything on top of it.
Can you see it's not straight?
And he only just bought it.
Look at that. Crying my head.
The seat's squeaking, that means we haven't put the little things in properly. So that's why we disappeared.
That's why we... What was it? That's why we left the van... No. That's why we disappeared. Never to be seen again until now. Dun dun dun.
So we basically felt like we needed to explain, because otherwise it didn't make sense to just come back like months down the line and just put a video up and pretend nothing happened. But we are also very grateful for the 300 odd of you that stuck around whilst we did disappear. So thank you for not unsubscribing and kind of waiting for us to feel better. I feel like loads better. I think we're excited to be like creative again. So that'll be nice. Mm-hmm. We will like be planning to go abroad again, hopefully in May.
Yeah, just tell us to go to Amsterdam all the time.
That's definitely one of our favourite places. I think we're hoping to go to Spain though, aren't we?
Yeah, it'd be nice to have some warm weather.
Yeah, get out of this -4 degrees, but
yeah.
It'll kind of be in May anyway, so it'll be sunny here anyways.
You'd have to figure out how to stay cool in here then, which is like the complete polar opposite of the problem that we got right now.
I feel like that's easier though, to stay cool.
No, I didn't like the summer. It was very warm in here. I'm buying an industrial fan this year.
At least we've got like the fans on the roof now, because obviously that year where we didn't have fans on the roof, and it was just with the bed being like high risen.
I don't feel like that was as hot as it was this year though.
What, you think this year was hotter?
These fans, it didn't feel like they were doing anything this year. They need to make a max air fan, like double the size, triple the power, less electric consumption, the ability to clean them inside without having to take the whole thing out. Maybe a better interface. I don't know who makes them, but yeah, sort it out.
Don't know who makes them, but Lou's got a lot of criticism and a lot of advice.
No, it's not criticism. It is telling them what could be better.
I don't think they watch.
Which is everything.
If you do, you can invite us up to wherever this factory is that you make them, and Lou will stand there and critique everything.
Yeah. Wrong. Bigger.
But quieter, because you've had to turn it off now for the video. But it's only on because we've been getting mold and like condensation, so it's cold, but we have to have the fan on, which is not very nice. So yeah, thank you for watching.
Oh, thanks.
We have a few videos that we've actually pre-videoed, so we can kind of like get them out organised so we don't disappear again. We won't be disappearing again. Like, there's not really a reason to now.
Never know.
No.
Never know.
No, we've
Never
missed
know.
it. We started coming back again, and you've loved it.
Oh, what if I have an issue this time?
Then it'll be solo female van life.
Oh. I should have done solo male.
I'm joking, I will support you, but we will not disappear. No, so yeah, we are back. Excited to be back. And yeah, just thank you for sticking around, and we hope like the videos are like of some value to you guys. We hope you enjoy them. But yeah, any tips, like even if it's really negative, I would rather you comment and then we'll get better. Because we're not like professional videographers or like storytellers or anything.
You said tips, and I got a tip for everyone. Don't drive after there's been grit on the roads, because the van is stinking right now.
Is that what it was? Is it grit?
Yeah, it's to do with grit.
Oh my god, I didn't realise. Oh, maybe I'll show you that as like the ending clip. Who wants to see how dirty the van got from what, like 2 hours drive, like back and forth?
I'm assuming it's grit. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I've just jumped to the assumption that is grit.
Yeah, you haven't told me it's grit. So like, where has this come from?
I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's grit.
Look at the light coming in. It's actually sunny, which is so nice because it's just been like miserable. Yes. So the van is stinking. We're hoping to go in the drive for like a couple of days and run the dehumidifier because we've just had like so much moisture. Look at this. Oh. Lou told me he's gonna wash the van.
Did I?
Yes, you said you're gonna wash it, and I'm holding you to it. So, look how dark it is when you come inside. It's like a cozy little haven. So, sorry for the like long rambly ending, but when I watch videos, I don't mind a long rambly ending, and it's nice to just talk with you guys again. So, we hope you've liked it, and we will chat again soon. This is the transition. So. We'll chat again soon. It's like the Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls?
Tom and Jerry, innit? I'm like the woman.
Oh, Tom and Jerry. You're the woman, okay.
The owner, innit? You never see the owner's face.
So, yes, we will chat soon.
Over.
I'm pushing you over. Bye, guys.
Ta-da.